Hi, I'm Charlie. I'm an artist and educator who works in ceramics, and I'm going to be showing you how to make a coil pot. Let's get started. To start, I'm going to grab a ball of clay like this, just get a small amount. The first thing we're going to do is roll out a coil. It's a bit like a long stretch of clay. Gently roll it between my hands like this. So you're making a full rotation with your hand. And if it does start to go a bit sort of rectangular, you can push down on the top of your coil like this and start rolling again. When it starts to get a bit bigger than your hand, you can add your other hand and start to roll again. So this one's getting a bit long, so I'm just going to tear it off and continue rolling this one. Now we've got a coil that is all even all the way down. So then I'm going to pop it under this plastic sheet here just to keep it from getting too dry. To make your base, you're going to grab a smaller piece of clay and make it into a nice ball. And then what I'm going to do is just using the palm of my hand, I'm going to press that into a circle and just eyeball a circular shape. To attach your coils, what you'll need is some kind of pointy tool. I'm using this feather metal tool, but you can use just any sort of pointy tool, a pencil. We'll be scoring around the outside where we're about to attach a coil. And for slipping, slip is just watered down clay, and it acts a bit like a glue. I'm going to be wrapping this coil around this base, but first I'm going to score the coil as well. And again with just some slip, I'm going to grab my knife and just cut it at a 45-degree angle, and I'm going to come around and just start to attach this coil onto that area I've scored. And when I get to this side, I'm going to cut this coil, and you want to cut it at an angle so that it's got a nice big surface area for it to attach to. So I'm going to blend this in now. So I'm going to make sure that this is all nicely blended in to the base. So I'm going to run my wooden tool around that seam here so that I can't see where the coil joins the base. So now we're ready to add our second coil. I'm going to roughly sort of measure the shape first. So I'm going to be cutting here on an angle. And I'm now going to take this off just so I can get a better seal here and blend it and then add it on afterwards. Score our coil here. We're scoring this new coil as well, and again with the slip, and then we're going to pop this coil now on top of the other coil. And so the next step would be to keep adding coils as we go up. Make sure you're smoothing those coils into the last one so you can't see that seam. I'm going to pop this one to the side for now, and you can see this one I made earlier, but instead of going sort of straight up, I've increased the size of each coil and then decreased the size of each coil to make this vase type shape. If your pot has become a little bit misshapen, you can use a wheel. You can gently tap your pot into shape with a stick. I'm just using a piece of MDF. I've stopped here, but you could go higher. You could create a sort of vase type shape. You could add some decorative coils. There's just so many possibilities with coil pots. So there you have it, that's how you make a coil pot.